What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Simone Raider, back at it again with another live stream. It's been a while since I went live, but I thought, what better way to go live than to go live with some breaking news. So, some breaking news came out about, like, I would say an hour ago. I seen it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna set up a live stream because I wanted to chat with you guys. I wanted to go over everything that the Raiders have done today, all the additions, all the subtractions that we had in today's free agency. Not really a crazy free agency for the Raiders, but usually the Raiders don't usually go that crazy on day one, but that doesn't mean that free agency is all done. But real quick before we talk about some of the breaking news before we talk about the breaking news that just happened not too long ago, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's up in the chat right now. Everybody's going, hey, shout out to Raiders Resistance. I see you up in there. I see Toad up in there. Jay Martinez, Admin, Zeus, Raphael, that one guy. What's up, y'all? What's up, chat, man? How do you guys feel about today's moves, man? I'm actually pretty happy with the moves that we made today. I know a lot of people might not like it, but I really feel like the Raiders did pretty solid, and I think they really low key cooked today. I know that might not be a really that's probably what a lot of people might not think the same way, but just looking at it from the outside looking in, I think that they did a good job. So, with that being said, breaking news, like I said, the Raiders are signing Lonnie Johnson Jr. According to Jordan Schultz, he broke the news about an hour ago. Lonnie Johnson Jr. to the Raiders, a proven veteran and sure-handed tackler with 4 career interceptions and 15 career pass breakups. A solid pickup for Pete Carroll's defense. Jordan Schultz. Lonnie Johnson Jr. was drafted by the Houston Texans, had stints with the Chiefs, Titans, New Orleans, the Texans, and then ending up with the Panthers last year. Now in Las Vegas with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not really expecting much out of Lonnie Johnson. I'm not really expecting much out of Lonnie Johnson to come in and provide any type of spark. He's mainly a depth piece for the Raiders and just adds more depth to the safety room, especially in the secondary. He's a versatile player that, Pete Carroll really loves. He could play the cornerback position. He could play at the safety position. I know that we ended up signing a guy like Jeremy Chin earlier, and this just adds more depth to that position, especially losing a guy like Trayvon Merrick, who I know a lot of people were really mad about. I was kind of mad about it as well until we went out and we went out and signed Jeremy Chin to a really good deal, especially at that position, and has a lot of upside. But like I said, in Pete Carroll's system and knowing Pete Carroll with what he's been able to do with the secondary, who knows? This could be a low risk, high reward type of player that could join the team, and we don't expect nothing much out of him. Then he goes out there and balls out. But as far as right now, I'm not really thinking that he's going to be a game changer. He's not going to move the needle for me. But like I said earlier, he does provide that veteran leadership in the secondary, especially for any young players that we end up signing, whether in free agency or we go into the draft and pick up somebody, which I feel like that's going to be the route that the Raiders might go in and get a safety early on, maybe in the second round. And even at that, I wouldn't be too mad. But Raider Nation, man, let me know how you guys feel about this move. Feel about the signing of Lonnie Johnson to the Raiders. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys were to give a grade, what grade would you give this? I would give it, I don't know. I'd give it a solid C plus, B minus, because it's not really like a wow type of move. But I guess we just got to wait to see what the contract details are, because Jordan Schultz just kind of threw it out there in the air. He didn't really tell us what the details were, but we'll most likely find out in the next couple of minutes, or maybe the next couple of hours, maybe tomorrow, who knows. But we add more depth in the secondary, so I'm down with that, man. I see a lot of people talk about Murphy. Yo, okay, so Chewy, we can't get Murphy because Murphy ended up re-signing with the Vikings. Now, I wanted to talk about that as well, because some news came out like right before the Raiders went out and signed Lonnie Johnson. Breaking news came out that Vikings are re-signing Byron Murphy to a 3-year deal worth up to $66 million. Jordan Schultz reported that as well. $22 million per year. That's a lot of money. I don't know what it is about day one, but it seems like everybody's just getting paid. Everybody's just opened up their pocketbooks and they're just writing checks. And the one thing that I would give the Raiders credit for is the fact that we're not going out there and overspending on a lot of guys. We brought in Jeremy Chin on a really great deal. We brought in Malcolm Coons back on a 1-year prove-it deal. And we brought back, key players on the defense side of the ball, like Adam Butler just yesterday, Isaiah Polamau a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of days ago, and then obviously extending Max Crosby. Maybe that's why we're not signing a lot of big players, because Max Crosby took a chunk of that salary cap. But As far as Byron Murphy, the Raiders can't re-sign him. Another player that I really wanted was Dre Greenlaw, but he's going to the Donkeys, and he's expected to get a 3-year, $35 million deal. It's crazy because the Broncos been making some moves today. They got Dre Greenlaw, and then they got Talanoa Hufanga, another guy that I wanted with the Raiders, but it is what it is, though. Swiss Army knife players, whether depth or starters, is good. What do you think? I agree with you, Zeus. I think this is a solid move for the Raiders. Um, it's like I said, it's not a needle mover, but to provide some depth in a room that the Raiders are really struggling in right now. Let me get caught up. Let's see. Good. How Jay says how we let Denver get Greenlaw. I don't know, man. I guess they were willing to go out there and spend that money. So Greenlaw $35 million. You break that down, that's about like what 11 mil, 11 12 mil, around there, 11 to 12, 11 and a half million. Look at my math right there. I don't know, but I know he's coming off of an injury, and who knows if he's going to be the same player that he once was. I still would have wanted him on the team because I think that he's one of the better linebackers that's out there in free agency, especially after we lost Robert Spillane, which I feel like was a huge blow for the Raiders, especially at $12 million. Still a lot of money, but he was a guy that wore the green dot, and he was a guy that really ran the defense at the linebacker position. And I'm just hoping that the Raiders do make a move to really like replace that position, whether in the draft or free agency, because like I said before, it's a really important position for the Raiders. My boy, Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted. What's good, Oos, man? He says hard to grade. It's hard to grade a player that's so unproven, and that's absolutely true. Oos. That's why I gave it kind of like a C, because that's like right in the middle. He could either be good or bad, but depending on the contract details, I give it around like C plus, B minus. Then again, I'm just throwing letters out there. Oos, who would you draft at 6? Oh, I like this question. I like this question, now, man, because I've been messing around with a lot of different scenarios for the Raiders, especially after the first day of free agency and the fact that we already went out and got Geno Smith. I've been thinking about who the Raiders can actually go out and get, and it gives the Raiders a lot of flexibility at that position. I've seen a lot of people saying go get Ashton Jency, a lot of people saying go get McMillan or even Will Johnson. But those are the three players, like those three players and Shador Sanders are the four players that I wouldn't mind getting at that position. I mean, I wouldn't mind anybody, but those are my four favorites. If I had to rank them, it'd be Will Johnson number one, T Mac number two, it'd be Jency number three. Oh, no, you scratch that whole thing. It'd be Shador Sanders number one, Will Johnson number two, T Mac number three, and Ashton Jency number four. Why Ashton Jency number four? Because this draft is really filled with this draft has so many running backs at the position. I mean, they have so many great running backs that you could get in this year's draft. It's loaded. You could get one in the second round. You could get one in the third round. I've been really high on Trevion Henderson. He's one of my favorite running backs. Omari Hampton, of course, is a good guy. You could even get Devin Neal later on in the draft, and I feel like he could be a starting running back in the league. Of course, you would pair him up with whatever free agent running backs we do bring in or whatnot, or even double up at the running back position in the draft. I still would love Ashton Jensen because he is a generational talent at the running back position, but we don't have to get him at number 6. We could still fill out that need. That's why I really would love a guy like T Mac if we want the offensive side of the ball outside of quarterback. T Mac to help the quarterback out, man. Get a number 1 wide receiver. We're not gonna go overspend on these guys. Who knows? T Higgins got tagged. What's his face? Chris Godwin just went back to the Buccaneers. So it leaves the Raiders with not that many options. Of course, there's Amari Cooper. You got Keenan Allen. You got, who else is out there? Stephon Diggs. But like I said, those guys a little bit past their prime, and I'm not really high on. But really like the question. Appreciate it, Oos. Broncos did good today. You know what's crazy? It's usually the people that spend a lot on day one that don't really do good. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because if the Raiders spent a lot today, I would have been over here hyped up as well. Membu at 6 or trade back and still get Membu. Hey, I hope I said his name right. I don't mind addressing the offensive line as well. Then again, we don't have to address the offensive line in round 1. We could go in the second round, get Gray Zabel, go get Donovan Jackson, you could go and get what's his name, Monheim, the big goose, Jonah Monheim. Did we just sign somebody? Elandon Roberts. Oh, damn, the Raiders making moves. Look, right as I'm over here talking, shout out to Robert Hicks. Okay, so let me look it up because I didn't. There we go. We got our linebacker, Elandon Roberts, man. Love it. Okay, so who broke the news on this one? Adam Schefter breaks the news. Okay, I'm loving it. Steelers free agent linebacker Landon Roberts reached an agreement tonight with the Las Vegas Raiders on a 1 year, $3 million deal. The deal was negotiated by Drew Rosenhaus. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know too much about him, so you guys let me know how good he is. I didn't really look at a lot of linebackers because I thought we were gonna re-sign Robert Spillane. That's my fault. But a 1 year, $3 million deal, that's not a bad deal at all. The Raiders are saving that money, you know what I mean? What happened to Las Vegas no state income tax? I don't know, man. I don't know. Landon Roberts, solid pickup for a cheap 1 year, $3 million deal. Yes, sir. I just like that we addressed the position because we just let go of Robert Spillane. Hey, maybe this could be in the next Robert Spillane. I mean, he's Landon Robert. This is a big move. Roberts is a tackling machine. Nice deal. Not a needle mover at all. Okay, okay. It kind of reminds me of Robert Spillane, maybe. Young linebacker room sounds like they have confidence and that they with what they already got. And well, that makes me think about what they're gonna do with Divine Diablo. Really interested in that. Ooh, Membu, get Membu, and then move Glaze to the right guard. Who knows? I like Glaze. Glaze at the right tackle wasn't too bad either. Johnson will probably be special teams and backup at corner. I agree with you. Elandon Roberts. There we go. Yet again, Elandon Roberts, man. Okay, okay. Welcome to the Raider Nation. If I'm saying his name right, Elandon Roberts. Let's see. Okay, so Remy Goat, Let me see. Says that the Raiders' new linebacker Landon Roberts, PFF grades are eerily similar to Spillane. Now, I'm not going to say that he's like Spillane. It's yet to be seen. But from what I'm seeing, he seems like a solid dude at the linebacker position. I'll probably do more research on that and then drop my video tomorrow. That to see, is he good? Is he? You asking the wrong person, dog. Okay, here we go. His boy radio says Eland is good. He's 30 years old. I don't know a lot about him, but this PFF is pretty good. I guess that doesn't seem. I guess that doesn't mean we be cheap with contract. Oh, that's three linebackers at this point. We need to keep Divine Diablo. Like, yeah, I think the Raiders are definitely going to try to keep Divine Diablo, especially with letting go of Robert Spillane. And on top of that, the linebacker, what's available out there, the linebacker options are really thinning out right now. So, yeah. Spillane is not a real Raider chasing money. Hey, Miguel, I can't say that, though, man. I can't, it is what it is. Spillane, who knows if the Raiders were even going to match that deal? I mean, the Raiders could have just let him go and they didn't even offer him that much money, $12 million, $12.5 million. Yeah. Recap of the main signings for me, boy. Appreciate you. Good evening, sir. How's it going, Brave Raider? Man, it's going good, man. Like I said, I wanted to come on and just kind of talk about the Lonnie Johnson Jr. pickup, which I think is a solid pickup, as well as Elandon Roberts. Elandon Roberts. Another solid move for the Raiders as well. We only got him for a 1 year, $3 million deal. And if he could come in and do what he can, then I'm with it, though. If Diablo doesn't show improvement this year, we gotta let him walk. That's true, but that's if we bring him back. Okay, admin asks another cool question. What do you think about Cooper Kupp? I like Cooper Kupp, but I wouldn't want him on a team. I think he's really declining. His whole game is declining. Nobody really wanted to offer anything to get Cooper Kupp. Now, I know there's going to be a team out there that's going to sign him, but at the wide receiver position, I know we still got Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, and I'm down to add more weapons out there, some solid veterans on a 1, maybe 2 year deal. But I really want to go and draft a guy like T-Mac just to solidify our wide receiver position. But I'm cool on Cooper Kupp. Unless the price is right, then okay. So far, all I've been seeing the Raiders do is, make all, the right moves, for good. The Raiders have been honestly like penny pinching throughout free agency, which I'm fine with. They've got solid deals with a lot of players. Like I said earlier, bringing in a guy like Jeremy Chin on a great deal, a 2 year, I think 2 years, 16 mil, upwards of $16 million. Really, really great move for a young player that's still got a lot of head of him, and he's coming off of his best season and can do everything at the safety position. Athletic, hard hitting safety. Love that move. Also bringing back Malcolm Kuntz on a 1 year, $12 million deal, a prove it deal, which again another solid move. And then now signing Elan Roberts for a 1 year, $3 million. I mean, I think that's a great deal. I don't like, whatever you could get out of him, I think would be good. If he comes in and he balls out like what Robert Spillane did a couple of years ago, then I think it's a win-win for the team. Let's go down. Ooh, we got okay. Shout out to Jay Scales for the 4.99 donation. He says this free agency is not good. Can't build through the draft because if Sanders is there, you have to take him so you don't pay Geno next year. No Jency or T Mac. Okay, all right. So I respect the opinion. But I feel like this free agency so far has been solid. I think the Raiders did a solid job so far. For the mere fact that, like I said before, we didn't spend too much at the position. We didn't spend too much in free agency. We came out the gate. They didn't really do nothing. I know we lost a lot of key pieces. Losing Trayvon Merrick sucks. Losing Robert Spillane sucks. Losing Nate Hobbs kind of sucks. But other than that, the people that we brought in were people that we kind of replaced them with. And there's still a lot of other great options out there. Cornerback room, there's a lot of other cornerbacks that we could bring in on a 1 year, maybe 2 year prove it deal. Asante Samuels is one name that I've been seeing floating around. You still got Javon Holland out there. I highly doubt that the Raiders are going to spend money on him, but he's another option. And then you got other players that the Raiders can bring in as well. Overall, free agency is not done. We just didn't overspend on day one. And day two is where day two on, that's where you can get a lot of these great deals on a lot of other players. And as free agency starts to go on, you start getting, some bigger deals on free agents that would have gotten paid big on day one. So, with all the experience and even with all the relationships that Pete Carroll, Tom Brady have with all the free agents out there, and even throughout free agency or even in the NFL draft, I got a lot of trust in this team to actually do something and make some more moves. But as far as today, I think the Raiders, I'd give them a solid B. Then again, I'm a little bit biased, so I know myself as a Raider fan. What it is what it is, man. Raiders got what's good is what's good, O's man. Yeah, DD cheeks. Linebacker room is still thin, even with Roberts. I know that, Desert Raider. We still got to get a linebacker somewhere, dog. We got to get somewhere. That man's work got him paid. Wish Spillane the best of luck. Exactly. Top three names that you still want us to sign. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. VR. I think I got to know. Okay, shout out to Tito. Yes, sir, for the 4.99 donation. Says, what's up, Boost? Sucks that we lost Spillane and Hans, but I'm more happy that we kept Butler and Kuntz. We need to focus on the trenches. Just win, baby. Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%, Tito. Yeah. It does suck losing him. I know I keep talking about him over and over again. Hobbs, I wasn't really too oh, it really, really sucks. It was more Trayvon Merrick and Robert Spillane. But the fact that we did keep Butler and that, especially keeping Kuntz, which I think was a huge win for the Raiders today on a team-friendly deal because I thought he was going to be asking for close to $20 million. But $12 million, I think, is a solid 1 year deal to have him go out there and prove himself. Overall, yeah, building the trenches. We still got a lot of solid players here, and we still got Caleb Von Chase on out there. I don't know if the Raiders are going to bring him back, but he's definitely a player that I would definitely keep an eye on moving forward. And if we could bring him back, then we don't even have to worry about the defensive line. Mason Graham has been a guy that I've always been high on, but it doesn't really. The Raiders don't really need to draft him at number 6. Like I said, we got a lot of flexibility in this year's draft. Now that we got Geno Smith, now that we re-signed Adam Butler, now that we brought back Malcolm Kuntz, we do really need a number 1 cornerback still, and we still could adjust the safety position. But we'll have to wait and see. I know that we got Elandon Roberts to help the linebacker room out, but I don't think the job is finished there. Oh, shout out to my Oos Afghasi Raider for the $2. Hey, Oos. Yes, sir. You already know the bloodline, baby. Okay, maybe it didn't have anything to do with the bloodline. I just thought. The Raiders should trade down and get Jency, or I don't know what else he. I like Jency, but I'm okay with not drafting him. We don't really need a game-changing player that I trust. We don't really have a game-changing player that I trust in this team besides Bowers and Crosby. Okay, I agree with that, but That's why we got to go find one now in free agency. Lose three starters, get one back. Win now mode. There's a Raider. See, Raider Nation. This is what I know. A lot of people are kind of frustrated with free agency so far, but we got to be patient, y'all, man. We really got to be patient, man. Pete Carroll and them, they got something up their sleeve. They're gonna make a move. Something's gonna get done. If nothing gets done, if free agency's over and we barely made any moves, okay, then maybe you could panic. But so far, the Raiders have been active throughout free agency, even before free agents started. Yes, we went out and got Geno Smith, who I believe is a solid starting quarterback in the league. Not gonna say top 10 or the best, but he's better. He's a much better option than what we've had, and a better option than that. And a better option than what was out there in free agency. You know, of course I wanted Justin Fields because he had that upside, and then he's younger and whatnot. But other than that, Geno Smith trading him for a third round pick, we basically traded Devontae Adams away for him. I think that was a good pickup. Keeping Max Crosby happy, you know, our number one player, the face of this company, the face of this team, I think was a solid move. Bringing back Isaiah Pullamau was a solid move. Getting Alex Kappa, just, Alex Kappa was more of depth piece, just like Lonnie Johnson Jr. is. But you know, we do provide more depth at the offensive line position. And then building up in the trenches with getting Adam Butler, and then you bring back Malcolm Koonce. I think so far the Raiders have been doing solid. They've been pretty active, not as active as a lot of people want, but I think active enough. Justin Briley says, we're not a team searching for a starting quarterback right now. That's true. Well, because we already have one. I mean, because I think the Raiders already have one right now. EJ Speed available? I think so. So look at let me see if I could bring I don't know how I would be able to bring this up. Because I do got a list. Let me share my screen. Instagram. Okay. Okay, I think I'm able to share this screen. All right. Let me try to add this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but look at that right there. All right. These are all. Okay, let me try to crop this down a little bit. Excuse me. Your boy just ate panda. My fat ass. All right. There we go. Let's bring this up a little bit more. Bang, bang. Can y'all see that? All right. For the most part, these are this is what's left in free agency right now. Let's look at it. All right. Well, the gray areas. Of course, a lot of players got picked up. You know, like I said, Asante Samuels is a player that I think is really high up on the Raiders list. Byron Murphy obviously re-signed with the Vikings. Javon Holland, I don't know. Now, there's a lot of players on the second page. You got Cam Robinson, Stephon Diggs, Tevin Jenkins. If you want to go that route right there. See, I don't know if this is updated, but there's a lot of names of it. Chase Young just recently re-signed. Aziz Ojolari's out there. Najee Harris. See, Najee Harris went to the weak ass Chargers, bro. I didn't even want Najee Harris, to be honest with you. Mekhi Becton is another name to keep an eye on as well, who had a great season with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think we need Joey Bosa. Get him on a cheap deal. Charles Omenihu, J.K. Dobbins to help the running back room. You still got Stephon Gilmore, Russell Douglas, Brandon Scherf, Nick Chubb, uh, Tyrone Smith. So, Raider Nation, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think? If you guys, what is, you guys name one player that you guys would want in free agency that's still available that you guys want to hear tomorrow? Let me know down in the comments below. Let me remove this. Oh, you know, I could. Okay, there we go. Let me know, like Raider Nation, who's one player that you guys would want to see the Raiders at least bring in tomorrow or sign or agree to terms with, because there's gonna be, like I said, there's a lot of players on the list right now, and there's still a lot of options. There's no need for the Raider fans to get mad and worked up because we didn't do much on day one. Israel Kuama? Did we sign somebody else? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so look at this is crazy. The crazy thing is, a lot of people are now. I'm seeing a lot of people now on Twitter, on social media, comparing Elandon Roberts to Robert Spillane, and their numbers look identical, not identical to each other as far as their PFF grades. And we got one for $3 million, and the Patriots paid $12.5 million. So I'm gonna get more into that probably in tomorrow's video, the one I'm gonna drop early in the morning. But overall, I like the pickups that we've had. Julian says that we need to keep Chase on. I agree with you. Let them cook. Hey, yo, Beto. Yeah, I agree with you, man. He says it's day one. Y'all trust the process. Let them cook. Raider God says, hey, we missed out on Greenlaw. What's next? Do we got to draft the linebacker? Knowing the Raiders, we never addressed the linebacker position, to be honest with you. But I hope that they do bring back Devon Diablo just as some depth, and then also go out into the draft and draft another guy. I think I seen a super chat over here. Let's see. Man, I know I'm behind, man. Shout out to Ruben Russ for the 4.99, man. I appreciate it. He says, if we sign Diggs and draft Jency, our offense could be deadly next year. Bowers and Jency is a linebacker's worst nightmare. uh, Man, I don't know. Diggs just seems a little bit old to me. I know he was doing pretty solid before the injury, but I mean, if we signed him, then I wouldn't mind. I think he would be a fringe wide receiver two, maybe one, but he still doesn't move the needle for me. If we do get Diggs and we still draft the number one receiver, then damn, I think we'd be solid at the receiving position. But Ashton Genty. Oh, excuse me. I know a lot of people have been talking about Ashton Genty, and I wouldn't mind him. Of course, I said like the depth at running back in this year's draft is really, really, really high, and we don't have to get one in the first round. But if we do get Ashton Genty, it would almost be like Brock Bowers last year, getting the number one generational player at a position that we don't think that we needed. Oh, we do need a running back. That's the crazy thing. But getting a running back that high, I don't think is a really smart decision for the Raiders, especially if we can address another position and then address the running back position later on. But I can't complain either way. But definitely the offense will be solid, especially with Geno Smith at quarterback. And knowing Pete Carroll, he definitely wants to run the ball and he definitely wants to protect the quarterback. So I wouldn't be opposed to that because, Ashton Jensen kind of reminds me a little bit of Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lynch kind of like combined into one player. And if he could do what he did over there in where the fuck did he play? At Boise State over here in the NFL, if it translates, then I think it would be great for the Raiders. And knowing the Raiders, the run game has always been important. And when we don't have a good run game, you see what happened. Look at last year. We had no run game at all, especially when we thought that Zamir White's Jabronias was going to go out there and do something. He didn't do anything at all. And we just kind of fluctuated with so many different running backs this year. We definitely need to go out and address that position. And A.J. Dillon is a guy that I wouldn't mind. Oh, I don't know if A.J. Dillon went back to the Packers, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, let me go down. Hey, Oos, would you trade for Brandon Ayuk? No. Hell no. No again. I'm cool off of Brandon Ayuk. I just don't know what it is. He just doesn't seem like that guy for me. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a wide receiver one for me. He's been going through a lot of drama lately, and I feel like the Raiders should kind of stay away from the drama. There's a lot of other wide receivers that we could possibly go out and get. Would I have wanted a guy like DK Metcalf? Of course, I think that would have been cool, but I don't think the Raiders wanted to give up a second round pick. Running back, we need two. We do need two. Hampton and Ollie Gordon, no. Hampton and Devin Neal, yes. Everybody's sleeping on Devin Neal, man. Devin Neal is gonna be that guy, bro. I'm telling you. Two running backs a lot of people saying two running backs in the draft. Let's go. Everyone wants Diggs in Las Vegas because of Cardi B. Okay, I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't get that, but I guess so. Judkins or Caleb Johnson, man, that guy's vision is nuts without an O line. Zeus, man, like I said, man, there's so many good running backs. I don't think we need to get both, but either Quinshawn or Caleb Johnson would be a great pick. Like, a lot of these running backs, that's why I'm so opposed to getting running back in the first round. Ashton Genty is great, but you can get another great running back later on in the draft. And I'm still gonna stick. I'm gonna stick by that until the NFL draft. Okay, D line is fire when healthy, Mr. Marty Marr. Now, you know what's crazy? Last year's off, we had so much expectations for our defensive line last year, and we expected that the defensive line was going to come out and ball out, especially after what we did in the end of 2023. We talk a lot about Malcolm Kuntz in the year that he had under AP, but we weren't able to see that last year. We were building that defensive line around Max Crosby, having Malcolm Kuntz return. We had Adam Butler, even adding Christian Wilkins. We expected a lot of things, but everybody was injured. We didn't have no Malcolm Coons. Christian Wilkins went down early, but people seem to forget now this year going into the season. A lot of these guys are going to be healthy. Christian Wilkins is going to be healthy. Malcolm Coons is going to be healthy. We got Adam Butler back. We got Jonah Laulu. And we got Max Crosby, and then we could also add to the defensive line as well. There's a lot of players out there that the Raiders can go out and get. So yeah, you need O line to have a running game. Kelly, I agree with you. I agree with you, which is why I want the Raiders to go and address that in the draft and in free agency. I know we got Alex Kappa, but that's not enough. And there's going to be a lot of solid offensive linemen in the draft. Whether we get one in the first round, second, third round, I'm fine with that as long as they address the position. And I feel like this year is going to be a much better year. And having a quarterback like Geno Smith, a lot of people tend to forget that Geno Smith in the pocket has one of the highest IQs, and he's able to move around in the pocket better than a lot of players in the league, a lot of quarterbacks, and that's something that we didn't see from AOC. We didn't really see from Gardner Minshew. We didn't see from Jimmy G, Derek Carr. We haven't had a guy that could run around in the pocket and make plays, and that's what Geno Smith can do, even with his age. And that's why I feel like if the Raiders go in the draft and get another young quarterback, they can learn under a guy like that in Chip Kelly's system. Under Pete Carroll, I think would be good. But yes, you're right. It all starts with the offensive line. Okay, let's keep going. We didn't address shit today. Could have done some quality players, at least one splash. Be real, bro. Yo, Silver and Blackgate. Okay. Man, see, this is what happens when I eat Chinese food before I start going live. Anywho, okay, I'm gonna address this right now. I talked about this a lot today. I don't know if you joined the live stream. I appreciate you joining the live stream. But we addressed pretty much two solid positions for the team. On top of that, yesterday, adding Adam Butler. But we let go of Trayvon Merrick. There's a void at the safety position, but we instantly filled that with Jeremy Chin on a cheaper deal. We let go of Robert Spillane, and then we filled that with Elandon Roberts. These are guys that still have upside that could come in and for a cheaper deal produce on the defensive side of the ball. And then we brought back Malcolm Kuntz, which I think is one of the biggest wins for the Raiders today. On day one, you resign a guy that has so much upside, that has all the he definitely has all the intangibles to be a really great edge rusher, and you bring him back on a 1 year prove it deal, on a cheap deal on a really cheap deal, which I feel like is a good move for the Raiders. So I think the Raiders definitely did address some things today. They didn't address everything with all the splashy moves, and I'm fine with that as long as they can go out and address the positions of needs. There's still going to be a lot going on in free agency, but this is only day one. And if I had to give a grade on day one so far, I'd give us a solid B minus. Only because I don't want to give them an A just yet. Okay, Mekhi Becton. Somebody wrote that. I just kind of skimmed through it right now. I hate that we let go of Robert. Raphael, I feel the same exact way. But it is what it is. He got paid, so I can't really be mad at that. And he ain't turning back. He ain't worried about anything. He did what he did over here with the Raiders. Had his best years with the Raiders, and he went out to go get paid. And I feel like if the Raiders kind of showed that we were going to be winning this year, I think with everything that's been going on ever since Robert Spillane came to the Raiders, we've been dysfunctional. And this life ain't just for everybody. So I understand him wanting to go to another team and getting paid. I know the Patriots really aren't doing much, but they at least have a future, a bit of a bright future, you may say. And he's also getting paid on top of that. Fries or Daniels or Zeitler. I forgot how his name. An offensive line in the draft. Yeah, I'm with that though. I'm with both of that. Uh, okay, I thought got it. Okay, anyone? Oh, bro, I'm down with any offensive lineman that we sign in free agency. I'm down with. If we go into the NFL draft, I'm down with anybody because we're addressing potential needs right there. I know Mekhi Becton's another name that's been out there floating around, and there's other guys out there as well. Can anyone confirm that Tyrese was released? Tyrese, I don't know who you talk about. or Tyree Wilson. I don't know. We can still get Isaiah Simmons to fill the linebacker. And, hey, Isaiah Simmons does what Pete Carroll loves, and that's being versatile. Playing linebacker and safety. Um, so I'm down with that. Cooper Cup. Some people said they want Cooper Cup. I'm just talking. He wasn't cut. Oh, okay. All right. Some smart signings. Hey, I think we had some smart signings today too. Now I want to talk like let me go over some moves. Let me see what I was going to talk about. Nate Hobbs. The Nate Hobbs move. It was what it was. Let's see if anything else happened today. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any other questions up in the chat, let me know down in the comments below. We'll talk about it. I'll answer as many questions as you guys can. And then you know what I want to do? I also want to do a quick mock draft with you guys and just have fun with it and see what you guys think. Because I feel like now, kind of seeing how the team is kind of coming together right now, it makes it really interesting going into these mock drafts and seeing what the Raiders can do at those positions. I'm probably gonna do like a 3-round mock draft for the Raiders and just going off of what happened today and all the moves that we made and all the people that we lost. It's gonna make it really really interesting. Okay, Albert. No, I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but Byron Murphy re-signed with the Vikings. We can't get him. I really wanted him though, but we can't get him though. Oos, what's your opinion on getting use check to the nation? I'd be down with it, but a lot of teams don't really need fullbacks, and I don't think the Raiders are going to be a team that needs a fullback. If we do utilize the fullback position, then I don't mind getting them. That's one of the main reasons why the Raiders let go of Alec Ingo a couple years ago, because Josh McDaniels didn't need a fullback, even though he signed on. I forgot that dude's name, the French dude or whatever his name was, but we let him go because we didn't really utilize it like John Gruden did back in the day. But Yushik's not bad. You get him for a cheap deal, then it is what it is. We lost some real Raiders today, but I trust the processes. That's the type of energy that we need, Ooze. That's the type of energy that we need. And it's only because it's what's best for us. It sucks to look at everything negatively, because then you're gonna expect negative results, and then you know what? Maybe it's good because then you'll prepare yourself for that. I always give the Raiders some kind of hope, and then I get shot down once the season starts. But that's my problem though. If we get Cooper Cup, that's a huge win. Like I said, it depends on the price. If we get him on a cheap deal, then okay, it doesn't hurt the team in any way. But if he's looking to get paid, then I rather pass on that. Cooper Cup was great, but I just think that Father Time has kind of gotten kind of caught up to him, especially with all the injuries that he's been dealing with. So I wouldn't be too overly ecstatic about that, but yeah. Shout out to my boy Tito for the 199 donation. He says, "Who do you want the Raiders to get at number 6?" Now I've seen a lot of people talk about this. Okay, if it was up to me and I was choosing today, if Shador Sanders is not there, it's down to Will Johnson and T Mac. For me, you get a number 1 cornerback or you get a number 1 wide receiver. If I had to choose right now, it'd probably be Will Johnson. Yeah, because I ranked them a little bit higher. That would be my choice right now. Like I said, I'll do a 3-round mock draft for you guys just for the heck of it, y'all. Just for the heck of it, and then we could have a little bit of fun with that. Let's see. Question is, do you think that the Raiders will draft a quarterback, and who do you want? I think that they will. There's a lot of reports going around that the Raiders still want to get a quarterback in the first round if available, but the only quarterbacks that I see the Raiders getting is Cam Ward and Shador Sanders. So outside of that, I don't know if they'll still get one in the first round, but for sure, the Raiders are going to address that position, whether in the first, second, third, fourth round, somewhere in there. There's a lot of quarterbacks in this year's draft, and I think that's the best way to go. We still got AOC on the roster right now. We went out and got Geno Smith, and now it's time to get like a young quarterback that could come in and at least learn, sit a couple of years under Geno Smith, and when it's time to take over, let them go out there and be the starter for the future. Who that quarterback will be, that's still up for discussion, man. All right. Let's see. All right, let's go. Woo. All right, let's see. Let me do this on the way out, man. And also as well, Raider Nation, man. I know we were like 400, 450 in here deep. I appreciate everybody coming on here live, last minute live, just to talk about recent signing and also just talk about all the moves that the Raiders made today. I want to go live more often and do a lot of this with you guys, but I just got to find the schedule. But like I said, this whole week I'm going to be on here. I'm going to be giving some of the breaking news, keeping up with a lot of the transactions that the Raiders make, whether we trade or whether we sign somebody. Then I'll be there making videos. But thank you guys for the support every single day. But if you guys could hit that like button on this video, it does a lot for the channel and also does a lot for the live stream and the video and the channel. And I don't know why I repeated myself, but shout out to Paul Mazak for the $10
My neck and my back.
donation. He says, "What's up, S Samoan? Dope live, thanks. Would you make a move for Trey Hendrickson? Stay up, just win, baby. Yes, sir. I appreciate the donation news. Appreciate tenfold, man. Thank you for the $10. But would I go out and get Trey Hendrickson? As great as it may sound, as much as it would be nice to have Trey play alongside of Max Crosby, I'd say no. Only for the mere fact that we just signed Malcolm Koonce to a $1 million, 1 year, $12 million deal. We just paid Malcolm Koonce a whole lot. We just paid Max Crosby a whole lot of money. And I don't think we got that much money to be spending on a guy like Trey. Now, I feel like the only reason why the Bengals are even thinking about trading him away is because they ain't trying to pay him as much as the Raiders paid Max Crosby. So, in fantasy world, then maybe yes, but realistically, no. I wouldn't get Trey Hendrickson. I'm okay with what we have on the roster right now. Oh, shout out to Armando for the $4.99 donation. He says Raiders should and need to trade back. Also, then take Dart in the first. I believe this draft is loaded in every position but quarterback, and take Dart. Now, okay, I'm down. You know what? Jackson Dart is a really interesting name because he's a guy that I've been high on since I watched him early on throughout the process. And at that time, he was a third-round pick. He moved up to a second-round pick, and now he's moving up into the first round. I don't know if the Raiders will be able to get him unless they really love him that much to get him at number 6, which I think is a little bit too rich for him. But knowing the quarterback position and knowing that quarterback-needy teams are always going to draft a quarterback high just because they need him. And there's reports going around that the Raiders could still draft 2 quarterbacks or draft a quarterback to add to the quarterback room after getting Geno Smith, a la, the Atlanta Falcons last year. But trading back to get him or trading back up in the first round to get Jackson Dart, I'd be fine with. Getting him at number 6, I'm okay with. I pass on that. We might as well wait, get a guy like Jalen Monroe, maybe Quinn Ewers if you're high on them, maybe Dylan Gabriel or Will Howard later on in the draft. If you really want those guys, go get them. Maybe even get Brady Cook later on in the draft, or even Kyle, whatever his name is. I forgot his name. Other than that, I'm okay. I'm fine. Even though I like Jackson Dart. All right. Hit Boy Radio, facts, my boy. Let's see. If we trade back, I want Luther Burden third. Luther Burden is a solid one, too. He is. Either Luther Burden or I forgot the other wide receiver I was thinking about. But yeah. If I'm the Raiders, I'm getting Genty. Super Omicron looks like it. $3 million 1 year deal. Oh, I think you're talking about something else. In a draft that you hope the Raider Nation drafts. Okay, good question, admin. Let me think. Who's been the guy that I've been on? There's a lot of players, man. Depending on the wide receiver, depending on the position, there's a lot of good players. I like Mike White from I like Ricky White out of UNLV. If we're thinking wide receiver, him, Jimmy Horn Jr. I love Devin Neal, the running back. If we're looking at quarterbacks, Brady Cook is a name that I really like. Like, these are all guys later on in the draft. Landon Jackson, edge. I wouldn't mind getting him as well in the second round if he's still there. You could go out and get Jonah Mannheim. Again, there's a lot of players out there. I just can't really think about it right now. But when the draft starts creeping up, then I'll talk more about it. But as of right now, y'all, Raider Nation, I wanted to do something really fun with y'all. Let's see if I could do it right now. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. Screen share. Let's do this. All right. All right. Let's do this. Okay, I think you guys can see it. All right. Let's do it, y'all. Why not, right? Oh, shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Armando again for the 499, man. Says Gino for sure our bridge quarterback and just insurance after the way they fumbled the quarterback last year in free agency and the draft. Late draft sleeper is Marks from USC. I'll definitely check him out. Uh, but appreciate it, Us. Definitely appreciate it for the 499 donation, Us. All right. I wanted to kind of get into this mock draft right now and get you guys' thoughts on it. Of course, we're gonna go with the Raiders at number 6. And then we're gonna enter this draft, y'all. Okay, let's see. Do I like it better like this? Maybe I like it better like that. All right, let's do this. Round one, get Tetero McMillan, RJ Harvey is solid too. Okay, I wanted to do this one just for you guys, just for the heck of it, just for fun, y'all. In the first round, let's go. Let's see, Cam Ward. Okay, see, this is what I've been seeing a lot lately. Shador Sanders falling to the Raiders at number 6. You got Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Ashton Jency, Mason Graham. All solid choices right there. Uh, Will Campbell is another name. Jedi Barron, especially in the cornerback and safety room. Malachi Starks. There's a lot of other players that the Raiders could get. Armand Membu right here. We don't need Mike Green. Will Johnson, Luther Burden. But for me, if I was picking right here, let me know. Let me know down in the chat right now. Who would you guys pick right now at this pick? You guys see what's available. And if I was to choose, it'd be T Mac off the rip. Getting T Mac right here. But I guess I'll go off of what you guys think. Savion Williams. Why did I say Williamson? Raiders need to draft Mwari, safety. Oh yeah, I like him too. So let's fucking go Shador. You know what? That's what I would do. Like honestly, I would get Shador just going off of what the Raiders reports been saying. A lot of reports been saying that the Raiders would still get their guy if he's still there. And look at Shador not even on the first page. He on the second page. That's how crazy they ranked those dude. T Mac, Will Johnson. All right, Will Johnson or T Mac, yo, Sanders, bro. I got those three people. Will Johnson, T Mac, Jay Bear. Bro, look, I got so many different options. Trade back and draft. I can't trade because this is PFF and I ain't paying for shit right now. So you know what? Just because it was the first name that was up there, oh, it wasn't the first name. Bamboo, Shador, Johnson or Starks. Shador, damn. Sanders is there. Okay. Majority rules. We're gonna get Shador Sanders. This is you guys, not me. So we get Shador Sanders in the first round. We get our guy number 6 to kind of go and sit under Geno Smith and be the guy. Now sitting at number 37, there's a lot of options right here. You got Darius Alexander, Gray Zabel if you want to help out the offensive line, Xavier Watts if you're looking for someone in the secondary, Landon Jackson, Trey Amos. What position should we go for? Uh, Campbell for guard. Campbell might be Membu. I think Shador Sanders would be okay with sitting down, but I can't be mad at that. So looking at that, we already addressed the wide receiver position. The quarterback position. We need cornerback. So Trey Amos is there. Darian Porter out of Iowa State. Thomas right here. Benjamin Morrison. If we're looking for a wide receiver, Elick Ayomanor. Offensive lineman, offensive tackle, Connerly. Offensive line, we need Jancy. Okay. Let's look at the running backs. And then look at the running backs. Omarion Hampton is not there. We got Cam Scatterbo. You got Quinshawn Junkins. Offensive line. I'll look at the offensive line right now. Hey, I appreciate the like, Omnicron. On another note, Jimmy G went to the Rams. I mean, he was already with the Rams, so. Oh, linebacker, yo. Linebacker is big need. But yeah, nah. My boy he already got selected. Somebody said Jihad. I think Jihad got selected already. Yeah, he got selected because he ain't there. He gets taken in the first round. Oh yeah, he got taken in the first round with the 13th overall pick. Yeah, he ain't there. Shamar Turner. Yeah, we got Connerly right here. Shamar is still there. Cornerbacks, middle linebackers, Amari Hampton, Shamar Turner. I'm gonna go with Turner then. Defensive lineman. Do we need that though? Scatterbo, linebacker. Jihad is not there though. Hmm. Okay, only because I've seen it first, I'll go with Shamar Turner. I guess sure up that defensive line. And then with our last pick in the third round, man, I'm gonna go with the first person. You guys let me know the position. Here we at. Oh, look, I don't know why they gave us two picks though, because we don't have two picks. This is gonna be the last pick right here. Cam Scatterbo, Elijah Arroyo. We got Dylan Sampson, Benjamin Morris, Joshua Stewart, Mason Taylor, Cameron Williams, Chris Paul. What are we thinking, yo? Okay. Jalen from Georgia. Yes, memo. Yeah, we did. New linebacker. Running back. Okay. Let's go running back. If we're looking at running backs, we got Cam Scatterbo, Dylan Sampson, RJ Harvey, DJ Giddens. What are we doing? I don't think that Junkins is there or Henderson. If we're looking at running backs. If you want a running back, I think Cam Scatterbo is the best one. And Dylan Sampson is there. So Sampson, okay. I'm with it. Since you're the first one to say something, Winston Jr. Let me see. I don't know if Kevin Winston is there. He got taken away. Oh, Winston is still there. Okay, we'll go with Samson. You guys want a running back that runs a 4.3? You got him. Okay, so this last pick, it don't really matter. I'm not gonna really count it because the Raiders don't have this pick anymore. They traded it away. I'll just add offensive tackle. But this is what we got so far, man. You guys grade it. You guys give me a grade because I know they're probably gonna give me a bad grade because of Shador Sanders. Yeah, look it. They gave me an F for Shador Sanders. But Shamar Turner was a D plus. Dylan Sampson was our best pick with an A minus. And we're like around C minus. But Raider Nation, man, let me know what you guys think, though, man. Let me know what you guys think about this mock draft. I just did one just for the heck of it. I might as well put it back on the screen. This is the mock draft right here. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know how bad it was down in the comments below. I just wanted to do one just for the heck of it. But I will do after this week, maybe on Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna drop a mock draft, a post free agency week 1 mock draft, and then just have fun with it though. But yeah. Okay, we got Albert saying a B minus. I'll take it. I'll take it. Shit, it ain't that bad. That's a sneaky pick. Okay. All right. So, Raider Nation. Let me put myself back up here. With that said, Raider Nation, man, If you guys haven't already, man, please hit that like button. It does a lot for this channel, man. I appreciate you guys. If this is the very first time you come across the channel and you love Raiders content, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button, man. You guys definitely keep me motivated to keep doing this over and over again. I know right now it's getting late on the West Coast. I know East Coast time, you guys it's probably like what, 11 or 12 o'clock right now. But it is what it is, man. We were up, almost 500 deep up in here. Appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Until the next one, I'm going to drop a video early on tomorrow morning, just so you guys know the deal. With that being said, until the next one, this is your boy, Samoa Raider.